Alrighty, so week 7 in CIT82 Intro to Web Development and all things around that. So this week we continue our building out of our project 0 with an assignment where we build a skeleton page, create a new page. We also have a challenge related to this to where we're going to build out the menu. And then other topics we're going to cover that I think are all really good to discuss, which is AI search and how the AI is impacting search. And if you have not heard this term, search engine optimization, it's where we optimize websites so that search engines um, both crawl them. This is something a search engine can do, and then also increase its ranking. So this is the existing way we do it, but AI is impacting that. Okay, and then we talk about frameworks. So we're using Bootstrap, but there are definitely many others out there. And so I'll have you select one and go do some research and have a prompt for that. And then we talk about CMS. This is just the reality too of building sites because some people just want an existing package that they could put on their domain to actually have that, which reminds me, we should probably talk about domains soon. And then the challenge here is for the project. And then we end with the whole thing about AI ethics and digital Wild Wild West is that, man, this is really a big issue. And I'm glad I found this video and I look forward to your comments here. Okay, so for attendance, though, what I want to do for attendance is we're actually going to watch an 8-minute video because one of the things you really want to start understanding is like when you go to a website and you get like a 404. Now, in this case, GitHub has given you an actual fun page for this 404, but you may not always get such a nice output. This is a page, a web page you are looking for. It's not. This is something, it's not there. So what I want you to do is first watch this 8-minute video because it gives you a really good base of understanding for like most common codes and what they mean. Okay, and so then what I want you to do is you're going to select the number to discuss. Okay, now some of these are going to be very popular, right? But if the code has already been claimed 3 times, like pick another one. But also I've given you a link to like here's a link to MDN with an exhaustive list. Okay, so even if the one wasn't covered in the video, go ahead and spend some time understanding it. I would really like, I'm going to allow 3 times, but I think it's really good to venture outside of the ones that are covered. So what you're going to do is once you select it, right, give a real world example of this code, like what caused this code, right, and how would this code affect your 12-page site. Okay, so in this case, you're gonna reply with first your code, the analogy, and then the impact it would have, and then as a reply to each other, you could say 200. Okay, so 200 is the number where it's like, yeah, everything's good. That makes sense if the analogy makes sense, or ask a clarifying question if you still get 101 unauthorized, confused about their code. Now we're using these numbers as a way to kind of have a little fun with the discussion to help further our understanding of that. Okay, so we are quickly rounding towards the end of the semester here at week 7. As you can see, just to give you a little, where we're heading today. Actually, I just graded the copying of the template and the first analysis. And then I'm releasing this. And then next week, I need to build out that one because I'm redoing all the content as we go through. And then we have 9. So really, right, there's 7 will be published, 8 and 9. So there's really only 3 weeks left at this point in the semester. All right. So have a fun with this. I look forward to the interaction in this week. All right. See you later.